Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Chris Davis, and today we're going to do a review of The Marvels. Spoiler warning, if you have not seen this movie and you don't want to hear any spoilers, please click off this video, watch the movie, come back, and then watch this video. If you don't care for spoilers, please continue to keep watching, or if you've already seen the film, please continue to keep watching. With that being said, let's get into it. So, The Marvels. What did I think of this film? Going into this film, I was coming in with low expectations because, for the most part, the reviews for this film have not been very good. Some people have said the worst MCU film ever, and this film runs about like an hour and a half, and running an hour and a half is true. This movie is an hour and a half. In fact, when I went to go see it this past Friday, before the movie started, I was watching 30 minutes of previews and trailers and commercials, and I'm like, why are we watching so many commercials and previews and movie trailers? This is like 30 minutes. Usually it's about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but now it's going on for 30 minutes, and I think they're trying to fill out time because this movie's short. It's under like an hour and a half. It's an hour and a half. It's under 2 hours, which is pretty short for a Marvel movie these days. But overall, I think the film was solid. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't amazing. It was a solid, decent movie, and I enjoyed watching it. Unless you're a fan of like Marvel, then I guess I don't recommend you watch like this film. But if you are a fan of Marvel, of the MCU, I definitely recommend you watch this film, especially when we get towards like the end credits, which we'll talk about later on in this video. But this film was solid. It was a good film. So main plot of this film is there's this villain called Dar-Benn. She's supposed to be, I guess, the replacement for Ronan the Accuser. She has a hammer like his, and she pretty much does his job, where he goes to different worlds and say, hey, you committed a great crime against the Kree Empire, now you have to be destroyed. That's pretty much what she's doing in this film. But she's doing it for kind of a sympathetic kind of reason, not just to be evil for the sake of being evil. So, in between Captain Marvel and the Marvels, somewhere in between these two films, Captain Marvel, when she was freed from the Kree Supreme Intelligence, she went back to the Kree home planet, and she destroyed the Supreme Intelligence, thinking that that would solve the problems with the Kree Empire and that the Kree people will be free and making their own choices. But when she did that, it caused a lot of other issues. Because the Kree had been like going to war so much, it depleted their resources in their home planet, and I guess when the intelligence died, there was no direction. It's like cutting off the head of the body. When you do that, there's no one to lead. And then in their home world, their sun was going out, and so this just left the Kree Empire and their home world in like complete despair. And now this character Dar-Benn is she's got a quantum band, and she's using that quantum band to create jump points in space to steal other planets' resources and take them back to the Kree home planet. And when she does this, she's basically destroying all these worlds. Now, how Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and Monica Rambeau get wrapped up in all of this is when Dar-Benn finds the quantum band, one of the quantum bands, because Miss Marvel has the other one. And if you haven't seen Miss Marvel on Disney Plus, this film does a good job of you of introducing Miss Marvel. I mean, you don't have to watch Miss Marvel in order to understand what's going on in this film. But if you want to know where Kamala Khan comes from and her backstory, she's not this random character who is is a fanatic of Captain Marvel, then you should watch the Disney Plus series. But in order to understand the plot, you don't have to watch Miss Marvel. But anyway, Miss Marvel has the other quantum band that she got from her grandmother in the Miss Marvel series on Disney Plus. And how they all get wrapped up into this is first Captain Marvel and Monica Rambeau see this glowy wave point in space, this light. They both have their powers activated and they touch it. And then when they both do, they keep swapping places with each other and Miss Marvel. So every time they use their powers at the same time, they switch. And when they're first going through this, it's disastrous because they're not coordinated. They don't know why this is happening, what's going on. It gets in the way of like what they're doing at the time. And just overall super confusing and very irritating and very inconvenient. But now that they figure out they're stuck together because they keep switching like this, they decide to like work together to stop Dar-Benn from destroying like these worlds, and they learn they also have to get their powers untangled. Now I do want to mention I like Monica Rambeau's light powers. Her light powers are pretty hacked. Like she can become intangible. Like even when people are trying to hit her, they phase right through her. I think that is super incredible. She can also shoot out light power, so her light powers are pretty hacked. I do want to mention that. But also they go to this planet where the only way that people can understand you if you sing. That was irritating for a little bit, but the leader knows how to speak without singing, so they can communicate that way. And not Monica Rambeau, but Dar-Benn shows up there. She's trying to steal water from that entire planet. When they're fighting, they have to retreat from that planet because basically Dar-Benn pretty much won there. But they retreat. They come up with another strategy to fight Dar-Benn, and they have to get the quantum band from her. They have to get the quantum band from her, and so they come up with this coordinated assault in order to do it. But before they do, Dar-Benn's able to get both quantum bands, and she accidentally, when she gets both quantum bands, she causes a rip in space and time, and then she's destroyed. That's how she's destroyed. The three Marvels don't defeat her. She pretty much defeats herself by using the two quantum bands at the same time. And so Monica Rambeau has to sacrifice herself in order to close that tear in space and time. And that's really where the movie ends off. And then with the mid-credit scene, we see Beast. And then we see Monica Rambeau's mother, but she's not Monica Rambeau's mother. She's binary. And so they're in an alternate, or at least Monica's not dead. She's in an alternate universe. And so that's where the movie ends. Things I found very interesting in this movie. So other than how Monica Rambeau's hacks light powers, another thing that did stand out to me was Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel pretty much didn't play well with other people. Throughout this film, it was really emphasized, to me at least, that Captain Marvel has to learn to be a team player, to work as part of a team. And another thing was her never going back to Earth to see Monica Rambeau. Her always staying out in outer space and never visiting once in a while. She said, hey, there was other people who needed me. I had to make things right before I came back. But to be brutally honest, that's like a pathetic excuse. You could have came back to visit every now and then to check on Monica Rambeau to see how she was doing. You are her surrogate aunt. You said like you would come back like in no time. And like being gone for 30 years is not no time. You could have checked in every now and then to see how she was doing instead of never coming back. And honestly, the Earth could have used you way before Thanos showed up in Endgame. You should have came in Infinity War. You should have came when Ultron was around. Like you should have definitely have come back when the Chitauri were attacking New York in the first Avengers film. So there's plenty of opportunities where you could have come back and helped out. But like being gone for like 30 years while other planets needed me, while the Earth needed you, and Thanos having all the Infinity Stones and wiping out half of the entire universe wasn't serious enough for you to come back and like lend a hand. But I'm just saying, like you could have come back to Earth every now and then. You didn't have to stay away for like 30 years. And honestly, you definitely should have come back, not just to visit Monica Rambeau, but you could have like asked for help. Hey, I'm dealing with all these tough space missions. Could like the Avengers lend me a hand or something? Yeah. So basically what Valkyrie was saying, like, it doesn't mean you have to stand tall. It doesn't mean you have to stand alone. So, like, ask for help when you need it, and yeah, don't stay away for like 30 years. Okay, that's all we have for today. If you liked what I had to share, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with all your friends, and guys, let me know in the comment section, did you like this movie, did you not? If you liked it, tell me why you liked it. If you didn't, tell me why you didn't. I like to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. With that being said, thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Later.